Hi, interghost here, and today I'm just going to show you the top 10 games that I've been playing throughout 2010. So these are not necessarily games that came out in 2010, but it's games that I've actually been playing this year. So before I get my new games for Christmas, which I'll probably enjoy more than some of these games, so technically it's not the whole year, but these are the games I've been playing up to Christmas, and starting at number 10 we've got a Game Boy game, and it is Donkey Kong on the original Game Boy. Starts off with the classic Donkey Kong levels where you have to start at the bottom, work your way up to the top, and rescue the princess at the top. And then it goes on to more like a puzzle game where you have to collect keys and manoeuvre platforms and that sort of things to try and rescue the princess. At number 9 I've got a Atari Lynx game, and that is Todd's Adventures in Slime World. As you know, I'm collecting up all the commercial releases of Lynx titles at the moment, and it's probably not the best Lynx game, but it's one of the ones I used to play back in the day with my brother, and it brought back a lot of memories, and it's a really cool Lynx title. Massive levels, exploring like a maze type world, and shooting slime at things. Number 8 is a PlayStation 3 game, and this is a game which I picked up at a car boot sale. I wasn't intending to buy it because I didn't like the look of the game, but I like the look of the third in the series, which is out at the moment. So I thought, get this one first, then play the second one, and then get the third one, and that is Assassin's Creed. And I know I'm pretty late in getting this game, but I played it through, and I think it's a pretty cool game. The only thing which let it down for me was the ending. I thought the ending was rubbish, but apart from that, the huge town levels which you explore, really good, worth picking up. Number 7 is a Super Nintendo title, a game which I used to play back in the day quite a bit. It goes for quite a lot of money on eBay, so I've been looking for this one for a while, and I got it for quite cheap, and it's boxed, and that is ActRaiser. Now, this is a classic Super Nintendo title. It's a game where you play as a god, and it has a simulation, town simulation, like SimCity type thing, and then when the monsters attack your town, it goes down into a side-scrolling 2D platform fighting slasher game, and so it's 2 games in one really, and really very good. Number 6 in the collection of top games of 2010 is another Super Nintendo game, and this is also a very hard game to get. I used to have this box and complete, but I sold all my Super Nintendo games a couple of years ago. But I got it back, cartridge only, and it's the Fireman. And this is a game which not many people know about as well, but it's a really cool Super Nintendo title. If you can get it, pick it up. Like I said, it's quite expensive, but it's worth playing. It's sort of like a top-down, I'd say it's a shooter-up game. You're Fireman, you have your hose, and the enemies are fire. So you've got the fire burning through this tower, skyscraper building, and you have to put the fires out, and the end of level bosses are things like oil drums or robots which are on fire and are rolling around, and you have to beat them. Okay, so down to top 5. So number 5 is a GameCube title. Couldn't get away without saying a GameCube title. This is one which was sent to me from somebody in Australia called LiveBird8, and it's a really cool title. The only thing which let this one down is I got all the way through it. It took me hours and hours, days and days to play this game, and I got right to the end, to the last battle, and I could not complete it. I kept fighting and fighting, and I've still not completed it. I've not looked up the ending on YouTube, but here we go. And it's Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance. So this game is a strategic 3D battle type game, where you choose your army. The further you go through the game, the more characters you get. Choose who you want to use in each battle, and it's turn based, and you have to fight your way through the levels. Like I said, very good game. Just the last level was way too hard, otherwise it would have probably been a bit higher in the list. So number 4 on the list, this is a game which is quite old. I think it's a few years old. Let's see if it's got a date on here. 2009, so yeah, so it's a year old. But this game, I was very surprised. I picked it up, played it, and I thought this game was actually better than Grand Theft Auto. A lot of people would disagree with that, but it's the Saboteur, and I really liked this game. I thought it was an amazing game. Sort of like a Grand Theft Auto game, but set in the Second World War, where you're a Irish lone gunman, really, and you're trying to revenge. I can't remember who it is now, but you're revenging. I think it's your brother's death, and it starts off, everything's in black and white, and if it's in black and white, it means that the Nazis rule that part of the town. But when you start taking over different, you blow up some tanks or lookout towers, the world slowly becomes colour, so you can tell which parts of the towns are taken over by Nazis and which parts are free. And I thought that was a really good idea. Brilliant game. Probably play that one through again at some time. And that's the Saboteur.
Bonjour, chérie.
Top of the morning, ladies.
Did you drink too much again?
Too much? Not nearly enough.
Now, number 3 in the list is a game which I'm actually currently playing at the moment. Really trying hard to complete this before Christmas so that I can get onto another game. So I really want to complete this one, and it's Fallout New Vegas. Now, this is a really great game. Exactly the same as Fallout 3, really. I think this is more of a expansion to Fallout 3 than a game on its own. To me, it seems like they've made this as an expansion to Fallout 3, but because it got so big, they've actually released it as its own title. Not that much improvement on the Fallout 3 series, but that's not a bad thing, as Fallout 3 is brilliant as well. Definitely worth playing, good storyline, and yeah, I hope to complete this before Christmas, which I've only got 2 days. Okay, number 2 on the list is a game which is on Nintendo Wii, and like Nintendo Fangirl said, not enough Nintendo Wii games were recognised this year. In the Video Games Award, I don't think they was even nominated, which was crazy. But this is my number 2 game, and that's Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now, if you play Super Mario Galaxy 1, then this is almost exactly the same, apart from it's got Yoshi in it. And but again, it isn't a bad thing, and well worth playing. So that's Super Mario Galaxy 2. And finally, my number 1 of games I played this year. I think this game came out last year. Well, it's got 2009 on the back, but I'm sure I got this at the beginning of this year anyway. And it's a game which I put in and I played all the way through non-stop until I completed it. Took me a couple of days, and it improved on the first one, which was an amazing game as well. And you're all probably aware of this game, you've all probably played it, and it's Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. Now, if you haven't played this game, go and get it. Go out in the sales after Christmas, go to Game Station or GameStop or whatever you have in your town, pick up this game. You won't be disappointed. If you haven't played the first one, play that one first, because this one does improve a lot on the first one, and it might ruin the first one a bit. So yeah, play the first one, then play this one. Brilliant game, my top game of 2010.
That's not a good sign.